So, as promised, we'll do a repair on the rake. Turns out what's wrong with this rake is simply that there was an orifice plate that was supposed to go in before this fitting to slow the flow of oil to this here cylinder, thus raising the back of the rake first and then the front of the rake slowly, which takes away the pressure that goes onto the PTO shaft, which inevitably was destroyed. Want to thank the folks at Webb's Machinery in Vegreville, Curtis Schmidt, Chris, I guess I shouldn't use their last names, Ken and Marvin, and sales guy Clark for helping me out to get this back as fast as they can. No fault of theirs that it's been 6 days before parts were made available. New Holland just didn't have the parts in stock, and there's not many of these rakes out there, which I find surprising. Anyway, I love the rake. I really do. And I always thought there was something wrong at the front like this. And the orifice plate was not provided, nor was it mentioned in the directions, or we would never put it together like this. We got the new shaft, well, parts of the new shaft, parts of the old shaft, and they're working to get me set up with a brand new shaft. So as you can see, this one has seen some wear on it. So yeah, they gave us a new one. New back end anyway. Okay. So, I know you're going to laugh. It's not popular with me just yet either, but because this is a British pipe thread that's welded on here, it's almost impossible to find fittings to match up to it. So this is what the boys came up with. This is the isolation valve, which will keep this front end down while we're in the field with it. Then we can open it up and it can raise the front end up for transport. Then it flows through to the T, which is original. Now there is this here piece, this T connects down here to this British pipe thread. There's supposed to be an orifice plate in here, and an orifice plate is supposed to control the flow of fluid to this here cylinder. Well, that wasn't happening, and then it causes this to raise up really fast, and that's what wrecked that PTO shaft. Yeah, so this will all come out from here, from there down to here. The orifice will go back in here between this point here and this point here. Are you sick yet? And then everything goes on about its way. Yeah, just say thanks to the guys. And here's the shaft they brought us in temporary fix. Yeah, so they got us running anyway. So we'll shove this back on and I'll show you what it all looks like. Okay, we're all back together, get the shaft on. This is how it was working before. See that front end comes up first. Okay, give me a second. This is how it's going to come up with the valve is closed, which it won't have to be. There'll be an orifice plate in there with a 1 millimeter hole in it. Just the back of the rake comes up, keeping that shaft in a way better position. And that's high enough for us to get around in the field without beating spots all the help. But one millimeter orifice will allow that front end to come up just ever so slightly to keep that rake level. And then when we go to transport, we'll be able to put it up all the way and have that front end come up like it's supposed to. Let's see if we can't get it to do what we need it to do. I'll just crack that valve just a touch. See, play with it. Now that's an 1/8 of a turn or so. Let's see how she comes up now. No. Too much still. Huh, interesting. Anyway, we'll leave that valve closed for what we're doing and we'll go from there. But anyway, the rake's ready to go again, and thanks to the guys at Webb's Machinery in Vegreville for all their help and support and trying to get me up as fast as they could. They offered me a meat rake, a big massive one that I just couldn't even fathom using. And thanks to Clark 50, my sales guy and good friend, for all his help.